Hi everyone and welcome back to .NET in Minutes. In this episode we are going to make our .NET Web API bulletproof by adding global error handling using custom middleware. Instead of writing try catch everywhere, we'll centralize all error handling in one place. Clean, professional, and production ready. Okay, let's start the fresh ASP.NET Core Web API project so everything is clear. Okay, error handling demo. Everything is set up. Here everything is good, so we can create. Let's add a controller that will simulate an error so we can test our middleware later. Okay, controller, add controller, and we see controller empty, and the name of the controller will be test controller. Okay, perfect. Let's make the setup. Controller base. I will delete this because I don't need it. API controller, root API controller. So HTTP get divide. Okay, and the method will be public action result divide by 0. Divide by 0. Okay, you can divide by 0, so int result equal 10 divide 0 return okay result. Okay, let's see the error. And the next one, HTTP get with the name custom. Okay, public action result through custom error, and we'll have the new invalid operation exception. It is a custom exception message. Okay, we have two endpoints, divide here and custom. The first one divide through a divide by 0 error, and the second one through a manual exception. Normally this will crash our API. Let's fix that globally. Okay, now let's create the error handling middleware. We will create a custom middleware that catches every unhandled exception and return a clear JSON response. Okay, so I will create a class with the name error handling middleware. Will be outside the controller. Yep, will be here. Okay, and I'll create the controller, the constructor, sorry. Okay, and add here request delegate, next, and ILogger error handling middleware. Error handling middleware with the name logger. Okay, perfect. And let's implement this. Okay, private read only request delegate next, and The second one, private only ILogger, error handling middleware logger. Perfect. Now let's make two methods. The first one will be public async task invoke async http context. Okay, yeah, and we'll have a try await next context. Okay, and the catch that will be something like this: logger, that logger error, an unhandled exception has occurred, and await handler exception async context x. Where is the problem here? Okay, it's not the problem for now. The next method will be private static task handler exception async, that method. Okay, with the http context exception. Okay, and we'll have something like this: context that response that content type equal application slash JSON, and context that response that status code equal exception switch, invalid exception status code status 400 by request, and status code status 500 internal server error. Okay, and after that we'll have a var result with error equal exception dot message and stack trace equal exception dot stack trace, and the return context response dot write async result. Okay, this middleware wraps the request pipeline in a try catch. If anything through an exception, it logs the error and return a clear JSON response with a 500 status code or 400 status code. Now we have to register the middleware, so it run for every request. Okay, go to program, and we will register our middleware here, app that use middleware error handling middleware. We place it near the top of the pipeline right after Swagger. This ensures that it catches everything. Okay, now let's run our API and hit the divide endpoint. Run. Look like we have a problem. We'll resolve our problem, but will not resolve. You'll see in 1 second what I want to say. This will throw a divide by 0 exception. Okay. Let's test the divide method, and the error will be here because we can divide with 0. Okay, and we'll see the error attempted to divide by 0 and stack trace. It's this mess. Okay, that is not good. So in error handling middleware, we want to write something like this: and resolve the problem. Okay, so we will change here to int http status code that internal server error with this method message, and that's all. Perfect. Let's test again. The same error, obviously. Okay, and the message will be an unexpected error occurred. attempted to divide by 0. Very clear, very okay at the response. Instead of crashing or showing a stack trace, we get a clean and secure JSON response. The logs also contain the full error details. And to hide error details in production, we will usually hide the detailed error message for security reasons. Let's adjust our middleware to do that. So here, everything is good here, and at the moment is development exception that message no. Okay, and the rest of the code will be the same. If you are in development mode, you will see details, but in production only the generic message will be shown. And that's it, guys. We are just built a global error handling system using middleware in .NET 8. We are gonna from crashing endpoints to clean, consistent error responses, just like in production grade APIs. Don't forget to press the like, subscribe, and give me a comment. Bye bye, guys.